My name is Li Huyen, and I am a second-degree black belt at Vuong Institute. When I first began Vuong, I thought it was something as simple as getting a black belt to be cool. But as I continued my journey and reached further up into the ranks, I realized that becoming a black belt was much more than just becoming one. Becoming one means that I have to take a lot of tests. These tests reveal what I've learned and let me know how I can improve on as a black belt. Also, as the third oldest out of 4 brothers who are Master Tommy, Instructor Vietnam, and Instructor Bin, I can see the mistakes of my brothers and fix it so that I don't make the same mistakes again.
My name is Min Qual Vin, and I am a second dan black belt at Vuong Institute. As a white belt, I always looked up to the black belt instructors because they are a role model, and I wonder if I'd ever be skilled and strong. That was 8 years ago, and now I'm getting my second dan black belt. Through those years, I have spent my time doing community service with a team and as well training and competing in tournaments. Community service not only helped me understand more about Vietnamese community, it also made me appreciate my heritage because I wouldn't be a person I am today without it. Through my training and competition, I have learned true sportsmanship and made friends within the martial arts community. I am more motivated to train because my ultimate goal is to advance to the national competition. And although there has been progress, I understand I am not quite there yet. I know that there is always more room for improvement. I will work hard and be dedicated to achieve my goals.
As a second dan black belt today, I, V. Bui, saw that I had changed and grown so much. When I started, I thought martial arts was a fighting style, and that a black belt is the pinnacle of martial arts. However, I quickly learned that I couldn't be more wrong. Martial arts is not a fighting style, but a way of life. It instills self-discipline and confidence that will eventually lead into success. This allowed me to perform better in life, academically and physically. I also learned that a black belt doesn't mean you are instantly a master martial artist. In fact, it is just the beginning of a never-ending journey to perfection. There is always more to learn, more to improve, and more to experience. Looking back through those years, I saw how martial arts had completely changed me to the person I am today. I had become more active, confident, intelligent, and empathetic. Even though I've already achieved this rank, I can only see more room for improvement in the future.
Hi, my name is Vinay Krishna. I am now a second degree black belt at Vuong Institute. When I got my first degree black belt, I thought that was the pinnacle of my achievement. I thought, oh, I have my first dan, I'm done. But then I realized that the first dan wasn't everything, and there's a lot more than just getting a black belt. First of all, there was teaching. Teaching was a whole new experience for me. I didn't think it would be as hard, but once I started teaching the beginner classes every Monday and Wednesday, I realized just how difficult it could be. A lot of the younger belts were a lot harder to explain things to. They often wouldn't pay attention long enough. However, with patience and perseverance from both me and the white belts, we were able to make lots of progress. Another thing that I discovered after getting my first dan was refereeing. Refereeing was something that I didn't think much about before I got my black belt. But once I became a black belt, I went and got USAT certified as a referee, and I started refereeing at local tournaments. Refereeing was very different from competing, and I met a lot of people from many other studios, both local and from across the state. My experience as a referee really helped me to think outside of just the studio community and more of the Taekwondo community as a whole.
I'm Nathan Pham, a second degree black belt at Vuong Institute. When I started martial arts 7 years ago, I only thought of it as a way to defend myself through force. But over the years of practicing martial arts, I've learned that it's much more than that. Not only is it a way for me to exercise physically, martial arts became a way for me to develop myself as a person. It taught me how to become a confident, respectful, and disciplined person. Now that I'm a second dan, I can look back and see how much I've changed ever since I was a white belt, and now I can continue to practice martial arts in order to improve myself and become a better person physically and mentally.
I'm Joshua Lunawin, and I'm receiving my second dan. Before receiving my first dan, I believed that upon reaching this black belt rank, it would be a simple end to the journey. After receiving my first dan though, I realized that this journey of mine wasn't exactly over. I simply opened another chapter to traverse through. I joined the accelerated program to receive my second dan earlier than usual, and this just placed a lot more onto my plate than desired. Community service was a huge chunk of what came with the black belt and accelerated program. During these services, had expanded my knowledge of the world, allowing me to meet many people who share the same culture as I do, as well as learning more about my culture and history. I was able to become a certified referee while also learning that the Taekwondo community wasn't exactly limited to a few scattered groups of people around the world. I learned that it was practically one giant family with many distant cousins who live far away who also share the same passion as you do. The masters push you to do your best, even though they know that sometimes you'll slack off, but they know that you have the capability to be amazing.
My name is Min Kan Vin, and I'm a second degree black belt. At the age of 14, I obtained the rank of black belt, something that was considered a great accomplishment to many, yet to me it was merely a start, a stepping stone to even greater possibilities. Becoming a black belt opened up more opportunities to find myself and to really show where I stood as a martial artist. As I progressed with those opportunities and continued to strive for even more as a first degree and now second degree, I look back and see how much I've changed from being the shy, unconfident middle school boy to now someone who has matured physically and mentally in ways I would have never believed to be true. I've trained and put time and effort into changing and improving my martial arts lifestyle. Starting Taekwondo would be one of my greatest choices that I have made. For if I had not, I would have never learned new leadership skills, never become a certified referee, and in no possible way would I have learned how many bones there are in my knee. I have gained more knowledge in the time as a black belt than most of my classes I've taken. I thank my parents for pushing me to try as hard as I could in Taekwondo. I thank Grandmaster for teaching me the keys of success and to value and prioritize family. I thank my past and present instructors who have been there to help me improve in both my physicality and in my skill as a martial artist. For that, I thank everyone and anyone who has ever taught me something meaningful, no matter how big or small. And because of those people, I'm able to hold myself in higher regard, and with that experience, to teach others who are following the same path.
Hi, my name is Vanessa, and I am a second dan black belt at Vuong Institute. When I was younger, I never developed any real interest. Rather than live, I simply existed. And that continued to be how I passed my days until I began practicing Taekwondo. At first, I took the sport to be just another chore, as it was something sprung up onto me by my parents on a whim. But after continuing to attend classes and work my way through various ranks, I came to enjoy Taekwondo. Over the years, I attended classes 3 to 4 times a week, participated in a few tournaments here and there, and took promotion tests every 3 months. Every time I achieved a new rank or performed well, I would feel proud that all my efforts invested in drilling techniques, strengthening my foundation of the basics, and practicing continuously paid off. And after 7 years, I achieved the rank of second dan black belt. One of the responsibilities of a black belt is to help instruct class and teach younger belts. Although I was unenthusiastic at first, since then, I've built up good relationships with my students. I've learned to teach in ways that would help them want to learn, and better than before. Rather than use word-heavy, methodical ways of teaching, where the students would be taught the basics and drilled incessantly, I found it better to teach in a way that students could learn, have fun, and want to practice more altogether. Whether they failed or succeeded, these kids always had smiles on their faces, earnestly working as hard as they can. Seeing this, I'm glad that my parents enrolled me in Taekwondo. Everyone goes through a rough patch at least once in their lifetime, but not everyone has the opportunity to experience this. Being able to see so many bright faces, unchanging whether things went the way they wanted to or not. Thanks to everyone, my family, my friends, the instructors and masters here, I was able to learn that it's okay to fail sometimes. Your failure doesn't define you, it's whether you choose to move forward from it or to give up. I learned that it's fine to try your hardest. Even if your hardest wasn't the best in the entire world, it's still yours. No one can suddenly become a genius overnight. It's something that takes time. Even if others condemn you that your best wasn't the very best, if you were able to reach even one person, then it was all worth it. I'm glad that I met everyone I did here. Thank you for all the memories.